Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Amber here, and today isn't really so much an art video. I literally this morning, sometime in the past little bit, I filled this sketchbook. I finished it. So I figured, since this sketchbook has been being filled for 2 years, I might as well do a flip through. As you can, maybe see, I marked down, I don't know if you can see with the reflection, June 8th, 2018 to September 19th, 2020. So it was sometime today. Anyway, shall we? First thing, highlighter. Hi, Sammy. Say hello to my pussycat, who's kind of out of frame. He's going to be in the way, aren't you? Come on, baby. You gotta move. Go. No. Of course. Hold on a sec. I'll give you more space then. Oh, also, unrelated. These lights, I got a strip of them from Dollarama. They're actually surprisingly good. I paid $4 Canadian. Not bad. Anyway, I admit a good part of the reason why I'm not doing an actual art video is because, if you can see, I cut my finger. It hurts. And since it would be digital, I'd be using it on the keyboard constantly. So, anyway, moving on. This is page 1, obviously. These were highlight tests. I wanted to see how the highlighters I got were. And then these were just some busts. This one is of one of my Elven girls. Her name is Zedeca. It's an early design. Her design has changed since. 1 and 2 are both avatar busts, like the busts of people's avatars on an avatar forum I'm on called Voltra Online. I will leave a link to it in the description below. And this one is an early concept of one of my own characters. Those are just some scribbles. I was trying to figure out a hairstyle. Again, this is a pair of my characters. I think this is Zavi and Kai. Also, ignore the Lunikiri. It's what I go by, kind of. Anyway, pair of my characters, even if I'm not entirely sure which, because designs have changed. This was going to be planning out for another idea, but it didn't. It fell through. My girl Desiree, I used a Kate Fox base for this. Actually, I used a Kate Fox base for a good amount. Good amount that's in here because I used them almost religiously for about 8 months. So this one was a Kate Fox base. This one was a Kate Fox base. This is another one of my characters. Her name is Kaylin. And her hair is not supposed to be that orange. It's supposed to be more auburn, but whatever. This one is, according to that up there, a 12-minute sketch. I don't know what prompted it. I didn't even date it. But I can guess between June 12th and June 8th. Sometime in that window. So, I actually still like how this sketch turned out. It's a mess, but it was only 12 minutes, so. Another mess, but whatever. This was going to be a rendition of one of my characters, but I gave up on it because I'm so not happy with it, even now. I wasn't then, and I'm not now. This is one of my favorites that are in this book. It's my cat girl Casey, and if I recall correctly, I used cheap pencil crayons for this one. Give me a second. Oh, where are they? They're there. Sorry, I'm looking in the cupboard up here. I don't use them so much anymore, but I do still have them. An entire set, and then some, because I've got some dollar store ones in here. But I don't know, is it? Oh, it's probably not even going to be visible with the flash on. Marco Raffine pencil crayons. They're really cheap. I got these off of Amazon a while ago, I think. But they're actually surprisingly good. And if I recall correctly, these are what I used to color this. Either that or it was my Prismacolors. I'm not entirely sure anymore. This is her and her mother. She looks so 90s and I love it. Oh, excuse me. It's one of my earliest traditional attempts at having a full-on illustration, background and all. And I don't think I did too bad. I got lazy, as you can see, specifically with the rocks and the ground and everything. Also, yes, if I recall correctly, this is another Kate Fox pose. A Kate Fox pose that just went nowhere. I was going to design a succubus according to this, but I never went anywhere with it. This was done for somebody on Vultra Online. As you can see, June 20th, 2018. Been a while. One of my earliest attempts at furry art. I don't draw furries often, but I have. Obviously. This is my Fennec Fox girl named Peyton, an early concept of her. Her design has changed actually quite a bit over the past couple of years, but that's what it is. I love this one, if you ignore the pizza they're standing on. Two of my characters, Madison, which is the same girl who looked 90s. It's this girl. And Gregory. He's a reaper. She's a necromancer. That is supposed to be a necromantic rune, and it totally didn't work out. But whatever. It happens. I still love how this one turned out. I actually might redraw it. It has been a bit. And no, I cannot remember if this was a Kate Fox pose or not. This one was. It's an earlier concept of another one of my characters. His name's Ash. This one is just a failure. I've got some soft pastels and I wanted to try them. This is what I ended up doing. No, I'm not happy with it. It was done for somebody on vulture.us. This is an art fight piece, if the fact that it says art fight there is any indication. Is this the only one? Yeah. This is a redraw of the first image in an old series of mine. I did a few images based around a solitary blue butterfly. When I was a teen, I had your usual teenage angst. Sorry, my chair's a little loud. I had the usual teenage angst, and I also had to... What do you want, Sammy? That's my fingers. I also had to battle depression. One of the things that helped was my art. So if you're battling depression yourself, I strongly recommend picking up a hobby of a creative sort. Whether it be sketching, painting, sculpting, writing, doodling, making stuff in Minecraft, or anything of that sort. Just something creative. Let you get your words, your feelings, your heart out there. But that's just me. Anyway, The original of this, and I think I still have it kicking around somewhere. I'm just not entirely sure where for the moment, or I would dig it out. Yes, Sammy? I don't know. Was that caught on film? He bit me. You know what? You don't like how... I didn't even have to do anything. All I was going to do was pop this open and let him sniff it, because he doesn't like the smell of hand sanitizer. Anyway, moving on. Now that I don't have my cat interrupting me. It was an image series that I did. There was Solitary, Girl on the Beach, with a little blurb that had basically saying, oh, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I bother continuing. Blah, blah, blah. And then one brightly colored blue butterfly comes and changes her mind. I was a teen, okay? It's not the best concept. But I really liked the base idea. The idea of one small thing can help you keep going for another day. And I ran with it. I had this one. There was another one sitting on a swing set at night. Another one after she had, self-harm. There were 4 or 5, I think. If I can find them on my first DA account, I'll link them down in the description box below, so that if you want to go look, you can. Just please don't laugh too hard. Okay, I was like 17 when I did them. Anyway, let's move on. And as you can see, I never went anywhere with this. I might revisit redoing them again, though. This was going to be a redraw that never went anywhere because I really wasn't happy with the sketch. This was another Kate Fox pose. It's one of my characters. Her name is Holly. Her basic design is still the same, still identifiable, but her overall design has changed. And this is one of the best pieces in this bloody book. Kate Fox is lovely. Ignore the Doodlebug art signature down here because I was going by that for a very brief period of time. I love this sketch. It started out as the base pose sketch down. And then I added in, here's how his hair looks. Here's her hat. Here's a mirror, etc. And then it got away from me. This is what happens when I sit down, have nothing better to do, and just have a pencil and paper or a sketch or something. Also, for the record, these are the ones I use. Graph Gear 1000 by Pentel, because I like this feature. I hate the natural grip. It's real. I also have this is a 0.7, but I also have a 0.5. But I hate the natural grip. It's very pointy. So, do I have anything else with that kind of grip? Yes, I kind of do. The natural grip is if you can see it, very similar to this, except it's a little bit sharper. And I don't like it, so I covered it with washi tape and some super glue to make sure it stays in place. I also have a 0.5, and I did the exact same thing with that one too. So I don't like it. Regardless, I love this sketch. It's of a pair of my own characters, Rowena Firane and Vincent Remington. And that hat, this entire thing is huge to them. That hat is a huge part of her character. I've tried to redo this one, but I have a very hard time with it. For no reason other than I love this base sketch way too much. Alright, I have gushed about this one enough. 7 days I've sat and waited. So many hours I've felt baited. Oh God, okay. This is a sketch that was going to turn into I wanted to make a base idea and then take it onto my PC and do an animation based on it. it wouldn't be anything serious, but I was reading a poem to go along with it. And poetry isn't my strong suit. Really, Sammy? Oh, I was watching. Move. Please ignore that. There we go. If you heard that, that was the notification for my other half's cell phone. But anyway, I was watching a lot of Patrick Adair designs at the time when I did this, and he was accepting design ideas from his viewers. So I did up a couple, and I was going to do more. I was intending to initially fill this page. It never went anywhere. Although I do like them. But anyway, another Kate Fox. Please ignore the Doodlebug Arts. August 1st, I think, of 2018. A couple of my characters, Kaylin and Renee. Oh, I love this one. I've also watercolored it, but I don't know where it is right now. Pair of my characters, Ashley and Ashley. They spell their names differently. He usually goes by Ash, though. She is an elf, a half human, half elf, half dark elf actually, that had her genetics forcibly fused with a dragon. Yeah. I really like this sketch. It's bloody fantastic. Even with like the scribbles in there for the scales, because I'm too damn lazy. Looks really good. The scribbles for the scales on her skin. I love it. This is another Kate Fox posing base. I will admit that. But I love this one. I might redo it, to be honest. It's one of my favorites. Another Kate Fox. This time, my pair of magicians. Desiree and Jaden. I've got nothing really to say. Honestly. I don't even know if I'm going to link to all of the characters in the description below, because there's a lot. This one's, her name is Samantha. She's another of my characters. As you can see, though, I kind of gave up partway through. And yeah, if I recall correctly, this is another Kate Fox base. But yeah, I gave up partway through. I'm not sure why. Another one of Desiree, which is, as a reminder, this girl. Actually, I have drawn her on this channel a few times. For the longest time, she was my go-to, but I've been doodling somebody else instead for the last little bit. So, there's that. But I still love this girl. She's one of my cutest, one of my favorites. Anyway, yeah, Kate Fox pose, my girl Desiree. This was going to be the daughter of these two, but I gave up on it because I really wasn't happy with it, and I still don't have a design for her quite yet. Another Kate Fox pose that I failed with. Oh wait, no, I'm not sure if that one was Kate Fox. Whatever. Still, something I failed with and stopped partway through. Those were ideas for something I was doing for somebody else. Another sketch that never went anywhere. Alright, and now we're going to get to some fun. This is the type of crap I used to do when I was younger. Always. I used to have books, pages full of this kind of crap. I loved it. I loved it then. I love it now. And I'm honestly tempted to buy a sketchbook just to fill with stuff like this, because I love doing it. I usually use these Sharpies. Just Sharpie fine liners. You don't need anything special. You don't even need that. My suggestion is just make sure they are a felt instead of like ballpoint or gel pen. Because, I mean, hell, you could use something like this. This is just a Crayola marker from one of the Crayola art with markers or whatever, like the vanishing numbers that I did in the past. I don't think that was this set. Oh, I think I only have the one set in here. But regardless, yeah, you could do this with almost anything. My suggestion, though, is just make sure it's a felt tip marker. And then here's the second one. Because no, I don't have too much time on my hands. Nope. Never. Not at all. Totally not possible. Nope. This was going to be a third, but I gave up partway through because I really wasn't happy with it. I had a full 8.5 by 11. There is paint all over my desk. Anyway, 8.5 by 11 size page of this that I had up on my wall when I was a teen, living back at my mom's. But that, I don't even know where it is now. Unfortunately, I would love to get it laminated and put back up on my wall. But it was done in this style. I just can't seem to get it to work again. I don't think I ever posted this. This steaming pile of dog shit is, oh, that even feels horrendous, is a cheap Dollarama art set test that I did. It is horrible. It's a steaming pile of dog shit, and I just want to move on. I don't think I ever posted it because I hated it that much. A random scribble that was going to become something and never did, obviously. Something I never finished. I think this is another thing I was using these for because I had them and I wanted to use them. And these last pages are just quick. For this, I was basically trying to do one of those doodle pages, but just with lines. No curves, straight lines. And I literally used this. It is a Dollarama thing. Comes in a set of 12, and it works fantastic. The brush nib sucks. Like, look how frayed that is. Brush nib sucks. But the ink is actually really nice, and it is water resistant. Water resistant, alcohol resistant. I can put alcohol markers on this and it won't bleed. But I actually do kind of like that looking back at it. I just wish there was more variation to it. Alright, and now to the last few pages. This one is a quick scribble of all of these following pages are no erasers. Keep that in mind. This is my girl Desiree, who you have seen a couple of times. I told you, she's one of my defaults. And the rest were drawn for people on Discord. This one is another character. It's a freebie. Can't remember who it was for. This one is for somebody who goes by Siren on Discord. This one is for somebody who goes by Asian Boy on Discord. This is for somebody who goes by JC on Discord. Actually, I did 3 for them. This is for somebody who goes by Tenshi on Discord. This one was fun. A slimy baby. A slimy babu. Slimy boy. They go by Slimy Babu on Discord. This one was interesting. I kind of wish the eye patch was on the other eye, but that's just me. I copied what they had for a reference. And the owner is Mystic Deadman on Discord. This one belongs to Charles Corner on Discord. She turned out cute. Another one for JC. Yes, her hair is a mess. Zot Patrol on Discord. The comical thing is, this is a purple dragon lady with the name of Ashley, spelled the same way as I spell my dragon lady's name. Threw me for a loop the first time they sent that. It's like, because I get the little toasts down in the bottom of the corner of my screen. And I just see the message of something along the lines of, hey, maybe you'd like to draw Ashley. And I just looked at that like, wait, what? Okay, of course, I'm always game to draw my own characters. And then I clicked it and I saw it and it's like, oh my word. Way to throw me off. I'm sorry, that was a tangent you didn't need, but I found it comical. Another one for JC. Yeah, these got, and that's the last one, but these ones got worse and worse as I went. But yeah, I love that one. Actually, that's the first time I ever did her horns in that curled style, and they've stuck. Anyway, that is my sketchbook flip through. Yay. I have more that I will be doing in the future. For example, I think it's this one. No, not that one. Ah, it's this one. For example, this one. It's a chibi book. I have, these pages to fill, and then I'll be doing another book flip through. So expect that probably in the next month or two. It's nice and full, and there are a lot of chibis in there. All right, anyway, I am going to leave it there. Thanks so much for stopping by, guys. I'll catch you on the flip side. This is Amber